Hi, welcome to the Perry Centre. My name is Dr. Alex Perry. Today I wanted to talk to you about fertility. It's one of the key things that we do at the Perry Centre, and it's a really important place for you to start in terms of your fertility journey. So if you're struggling to fall pregnant or you're just thinking about starting to try to fall pregnant, then this is a really important place for you to start. Whenever we talk about starting your fertility journey, we talk about three things. The first one we talk about is timing. And timing is critical. Timing is what I describe as the low-hanging fruit. And yet in my experience, it doesn't get perhaps as much attention as it should. And timing in itself has a number of factors. Timing is, are you ovulating? If you're ovulating, when is it happening and is it consistent? And part three, when do you have sex to make sure that you give yourselves the opportunity of falling pregnant? So that's really covering timing. Now, if you're getting this wrong, and I don't want to be too dramatic here, but if you're getting your timing wrong, if the sperm and the egg never have the opportunity to meet, then it's not going to happen. Okay, so we've got to make sure that we bring sperm and egg together. So the very first thing we talk about in the clinic with our patients is timing. Let's get that right first. And there's a lot of misconceptions about timing and how to work it out. So my question to you is, and I've written it down, so excuse me if I refer to my notes. My question to you is, are you absolutely certain? Do you know with great confidence, not based on an app, but are you confident that you are ovulating? And if so, when is it? So if I could ask you this question, do you know when you're ovulating? And if the answer is yes, great, but my follow-up question would be, how do you know that? And there's a couple of things I'd be very careful of. Firstly, I would be very careful if you're getting your information from an app. If you're allowing an app to tell you when you're ovulating, quite frankly, an app doesn't know. Okay, an app's just working on a whole range of population data, and it's very, very basic. And what it doesn't account for is anything that's slightly one side or the other of that normal range. So be very, very careful and critical about using an app to determine when you're ovulating. Are you using a home ovulation predictor kit? Are you getting a clear positive? If not, then that's raises other questions about if you're using the kit appropriately, or if you're ovulating and is it happening at the time you'd expect. So if you're trying to determine if and when you're ovulating and you're using a home predictor or an app and it's just not clear, this is the first question. If it's not clear, what I'd love you to do, and I'd invite you to email me. Email my personal email, dralexperry@gmail.com, and let's have a conversation about whether or not you are ovulating, and is there something else we can help you with, perhaps some natural tracking, to make sure that you are ovulating when you think you are, which has a very, very big implication in terms of getting your timing right. And as I said already, timing is everything. You've got to get sperm and the egg together to give them half a chance. And I'd say that somewhere around, just on statistics within the clinic, somewhere around 50, maybe even 60% of my patients aren't getting their timing right. And sometimes it can just be a matter of making sure that this is getting sperm and egg together. Sometimes, and quite often actually, that's enough to see a couple fall pregnant. So as I said, if it's not clear if and when you're ovulating, email me, dralexperry@gmail.com, and let's have a conversation about making sure that you are confident when you are ovulating. I hope that makes sense. I'm looking at my notes here. A conversation is always the best place to start. So if you're not sure, then ask the question. Send me an email, dralexperry@gmail.com, or get me on the phone, 0261 624950. I'd be more than happy to answer any question you have about fertility, getting pregnant, about timing, about checking your ovulation, about picking these low-hanging fruit. In other words, making sure that sperm and egg have an opportunity to come together. I hope that makes sense. I'm Dr. Alex Perry at the Perry Centre. Visit the website, theperrycentre.com.au, for more information, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Bye for now.